Hello, Professor Russell. I am Giuliana Orlandoni, and I am presenting my Raising My Child project. The name of my hypothetical child is Diego. Diego is 7 years old. His favorite things include sports, most specifically soccer and baseball, Pokemon, dancing, superheroes, and loves breakfast. Diego's activities throughout the week include attending second grade, playing in youth league at our local park, creative dance lessons, and cooking with mom. Welcome to Diego's microsystem. So Diego has two moms, Sam, my girlfriend, and I. Diego's household has a pet, a cat named Vincent. I want to add that culturally, Sam and I were both raised in big families. Sort of like the saying, it takes a village. We want to incorporate this family environment for Diego with very involved grandparents, cousins, aunts, and uncles. So here are two quick slides introducing them. My family. All the way to the left is a picture of my mom and siblings. My dad is seen in the next two pictures cooking traditional Argentine barbecue in a gaucho outfit. The last picture is of our close family members that live outside of the country in Argentina. Here is Sam's very large Peruvian family. They are a close-knit family that all live in our neighborhood. Now locate the picture all the way to the left of the slide. The lady on the left is Sam's mom. She is retired and wishes to play a big role in Diego's life, like picking him up from school and taking him to soccer practices. Like many of our peers at CSUN, I dream of one day having a family of my own. Through this project, I was able to research different parenting philosophies that my partner and I were already curious about. So let's get started. Question number 1. Would you choose to raise your child multilingual? Yes, I would like to raise our child bilingual and bicultural. The languages being English and Spanish, and the cultures being a mix of American and Latinx. Some multicultural homes are practicing the one parent, one language concept. This is how it works. For example, I would speak Spanish to Diego while Sam English. This will help Diego's phonology development, meaning he will form patterns of sounds in both languages. In addition, it will help Diego understand meanings of words and grammar rules for both languages simultaneously. Quick note, all of Diego's grandparents are Spanish speakers that know some English. Knowing Spanish will help Diego create meaningful relationships with his grandparents and part-time caretakers. Children raised in bicultural families have an increase of social flexibility, integration, and tolerance of different communities. In a diverse city like Los Angeles, Diego will be exposed to a diverse group of people. We want Diego to be culturally aware and open-minded. In addition, Diego will have the language tools to explore his own cultural identity through music, art, and cultural traditions. Also, cognitive benefits. Being bilingual also provides some cognitive benefits. For example, switching between two tasks, inhibitory control and conflict management. Research conducted at Cambridge University explains that this cognitive benefit occurs because of the constant code switching that bilingual folks experience when balancing two languages. In other words, speaking two languages to Diego will exercise certain parts of his brain that will have long-term benefits associated with efficiency and flexibility of mental tasks. Fluency in two languages can be an asset for employment. Diego can work in bilingual environments or with different companies around the world. In addition, research conducted by the University of California, Los Angeles, shows that bilingual professionals have an economic benefit. Question number 2. How would you physically set up your home to encourage your child's cognitive development? A Montessori-inspired playroom and certain toys. Whether it's a garage, the living room, or an unused bedroom, Sam and I hope to have the resources to create a Montessori-style play area. Ideally, this space would have a soft, large carpet, a child-sized desk with chairs, and a shelf. In the carpet area, we will encourage building and creative free play. The desk is there to provide a comfortable space for my child to use their fine motor skills to draw, paint, or do homework. Finally, the shelf can be used to organize my child's toys, school supplies, games, puzzles, books, and other tools. Like Montessori spaces, this area will encourage independence, concentration, interest in learning, sense of order, and freedom within limits. Next, I will introduce some of the toys or tools that you can find here. Building blocks. Building blocks will be available in Diego's playing space. I would place this toy on a lower shelf where he can access it independently. Building blocks promote mathematical effort, symbolic, and pretend play. For example, math is used when children must recognize shapes, compare shape sizes, figure out how many they require for a project, and they use spatial recognition when they decide where to build their masterpiece. Symbolic or pretend play is also in use. That's when a child uses their imagination to assign symbols and roles to different constructions. Once it's finally built, they have the choice to pretend play. Jigsaw puzzles. Jigsaw puzzles are great for children within Diego's age range. Research conducted by the Australian Early Childhood Association explains that benefits include practice of the eye-hand coordination movements, visual discrimination, as well as practicing problem-solving strategies and understanding mathematical concepts. For example, Diego will be looking at one puzzle piece and concentrating on where it can fit depending on its size, color, and shape. Books and language access. I desire to have books available and a smart radio for my child to use. The books will vary from children's picture books and children's chapter books. The children's picture books can be read from Diego to an adult, and the chapter books can be read from an adult to Diego. The smart radio mentioned can be used to listen to children's storytelling podcasts. The idea is to provide Diego with language nutrition. Language nutrition, or consistent exposure to language through books, storytelling, and conversation, is strongly associated with better academic performance in school. In addition, children who are frequently read to have larger vocabulary and stronger language comprehension abilities. Question number 3. What would be your philosophy regarding screen time? 30 to 60 minutes Monday through Friday and 1 to 2 hours on the weekend. Here's why. The American Academy of Pediatrics recommends limiting screen time for children. One of the reasons is the strong correlation between excessive screen time and obesity. Television is a sedentary form of entertainment and replaces other activities. In addition, the study explains that a majority of children's television characters are seen eating comfort or junk food. The excessive display of non-nutritious food adds to children's misconception of what a balanced diet is. Finally, television ads pertaining to junk food are permitted to target children in their advertisement here in the United States. Cutoff time would be at 6 p.m. Light-emitting diodes, also known as LEDs, are a form of light or illumination that are used in screens like televisions, cell phones, computers, and tablets. Most specifically, the blue ray transmitted by LED lights suppresses the production of melatonin. Melatonin is a natural hormone produced by the brain that triggers sleepiness. A healthy cutoff time for screens, in this case 6 p.m., will help Diego's melatonin production, which will hopefully increase his rest time and help him be refreshed for school the next day. Diego will not have a personal television, smartphone, or tablet. Children who spend too much time in front of screens run the risk of developing an unhealthy attachment to technology, known as nomophobia. Nomophobia stands for no mobile phone phobia, or phobia of being without your device. By monitoring Diego's technology consumption, we will decrease his chances of developing a smartphone addiction. Diego will not have a personal smartphone until we, as a family, decide that he is ready. We assume this will happen during his late teen years. We understand that Diego might need a tablet-like device to access digital homework assignments, conduct research, and communicate with family. Therefore, Diego will have access to a family tablet that will be connected to the internet. Diego's tablet will be password protected, and his tablet time will be supervised. This decision was made to protect Diego from information and images that are not suitable for children. Full access to the World Wide Web can make children targets of sexual and emotional abuse. Famous popular websites like YouTube, TikTok, and Reddit provide free access to all sorts of videos and or images of violence, bullying, fake news, racist ideologies, and self-harm information. And here are the references that were used, both pages. Thank you.